What's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired Podcast. What up? What up? What up? Shoot your shot. Gun Rules Finest Podcast. That's right. Shots fired. Bang, bang. Yo, what's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired Sunday Night Rant. If you are new to the show, this is a topic-driven show. That means that you at home get to send your topics into the show. Then we discuss them, talk our proverbial shit, and we have a good time. That being said, that information is here. Get my Vanna Black on. This information is here. You dig? All right, okay, let's get right down into it. So, Third Rail's not here tonight. Took the night off, or I forget. Let me slide that in fast, not slow. Third Rail's not here tonight. God took the night off. Had to get up early for his real job. Okay, so tonight's show is going to be a little different. I want to stay on this one topic. It's 50 years of hip hop. Simon Phoenix, did you ever think we would get there? I never thought about it like that. When they bring up 20 years of hip hop, I kind of looked up and didn't really say much. Didn't really weigh on my mind whatsoever. I didn't even take in that we went from Sugar Hill Gang to DMX and how those things would affect hip hop as a whole. And so with everywhere hip hop has been in its 50 years, I got to thinking, hey, who has represented the hardest, who has put in the most work in hip hop in respecting the 5 elements, right? If you don't know what the 5 elements are, the 5 elements of hip hop are MCing, DJing, graffiti, breakdancing. Everybody always forgets breakdancing. And last but definitely not least, graffiti. So where is holding it down the most? So I seen people like DJ Blaze answer it. Shout out to DJ Blaze. DJ Blaze answered that earlier today, and he said years. So he gave, what years each area held it down and why. I said, yeah, I can see that. When you think about the 5 elements, you don't see them being readily utilized by a lot of other regions who participate in the artistic point of hip hop, not necessarily the culture of hip hop. And I think that's where we have a sticking point or something to sink our teeth in to talk shit about. Because what you want to understand or what you want to know is, if you look at the Midwest, we really don't have B-boys. We really don't have breakdance crews any longer. Not to say there aren't any, but they're not largely populated. You don't have a lot of famous graffiti artists. So those parts of hip hop have seemed to not transfer over, so to speak, when you discuss the West Coast, when you discuss down south, when you discuss where I am, the Midwest, you don't get the same level of input into that thing right there. And so it had me wondering, does that make New York win by default? Because even if those other elements aren't as strong as they once were, they are still being represented greatly there than anywhere else. Others would say it's the Mecca. What do you expect? But I would say, why aren't we holding our feet to the fire, right? Like, why aren't you respecting that part of hip hop if you're the West Coast? Why aren't you respecting that part of hip hop if you're from down south? That's the question I want to pose to you as my listeners today. So what do y'all guys think? I'm so curious. Y'all definitely leave some comments in the inbox. What do you think? Now, I will give you my opinion, and then I have one other small topic to talk about. But I will give you my opinion on that because that was the greatest thing I thought about. And so my mind just was wrapped all around it. I'm going to say my assessment is, yes, the East Coast has been holding it down the most. All the way around, every way you can think about it. It's the East Coast has definitely just been more of b-boy shit for real, breakdancing shit for real, graffiti for real. Just graffiti in itself is something that you don't even think about when you think about the other regions that have participated. Even when it comes to their DJs, right? You talk about DJing. You don't see a lot of West Coast DJs attached to rappers. So it just makes me wonder. Now, maybe I could be wrong. Y'all can tell me 12 West Coast DJs that are super hip hop heads and people really fuck with them and they attach to rappers, but it's just on a mixtape circuit that I don't know anything about and I would love to get put on if that's the case. But it just seems like the East Coast is doing more to uphold the legacy of hip hop. And I think that's very, very, very importante. And I think that's why they win that situation when they come out the best. That's just me though. That's what I see with hip hop and that right now. Now other people would say, we don't care anything about those pillars. I hope you don't say that in front of KRS-One. We care about the production of music. Then what, again, referencing DJ Blaze, what he said would be true. It probably would go by years of who've held it down the most based off of their commercial success. But others would argue that that doesn't really matter. We talking about hip hop as a whole, So why just leave it to commercial success? Why we not just talking about albums that we really thought were monumental and dope, and they may not have been huge unit movers? I say to that, that's a good argument. Actually, that's a very good argument. Very good. So those are some interesting things for the 50th. Now, I will get off into the next one, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that. So the next one says, yo, Simon Phoenix, did you watch any of the BET's Hip Hop 50 Years? Yes, I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was a good show. I thought everybody came out and turned out the party. I didn't see anything that made me be like boo or angry, so I feel like there's nothing really to discuss there. But I did check it out. Thought it was fire. Next one says, yo, Simon Phoenix, did you get the chance to catch Gun Ru's 50th hip hop celebration and all of the artists that was there? So there's a lot of artists that was there. No, I did not get to catch it live. I caught some footage from what it looked like. Y'all already know how I feel, man. I'm biased. It's my city. Yeah, man. I watch cats do their thing. Shout out to Speedy. Guapped up. Y'all already know that man be going hard in the paint. Shout out to Alfie. Shout out Shadow. It was all doing a thing at the show, just murdering it, tearing the building down. Shout out 6 Man doing his thing that night. All the DJs too. DJ Ill One was there, and I think a couple other marquee DJs. Somebody get in the comments and let me know what DJs actually performed that night. Heard everybody did their thing. So that was popping. I heard that went down. So shout out and salute all of those in Gunru who participated in that show. Heard y'all did y'all thing. What else before we get up out of here? Before I forget, got one more. One more, just one. So the last one of the night, and probably one of the most interesting things is, says, yo, Simon Finks, have you been paying attention to the beef between Melly Mel and Eminem? Yes. I have been paying attention to that beef. Eminem did release a diss track. Melly Mel shot out a diss track. What can I say? Melly Mel doesn't have a chance. My honest opinion, is that's leave that alone. Stop that. No, you barking at the wrong tree. You even rapping still old and dated, as Lord Jamar said. There, I said it too. Sorry. His original gripe, if you don't know, his original gripe was based around the fact of the top 50 hip hop artists, and Eminem was like in the top 5. He said he didn't deserve to be, and it was based off him being white. I don't know what to say to that. I do. I
smell bullshit. That's what I'm saying. I smell bullshit, lies and deceit.
Most definitely. So I don't know, man. I just feel like, even though Eminem has addressed it before, I always think that's just going to be one of those things that people are going to do and say it just has to go along with hip hop. I do believe that he is a guest in the house of hip hop. He's done nothing but show and prove. And yes, for a lot of people, he is their number one. Sorry that, when you say people don't make club songs, a lot of y'all don't make club songs. Hip hop was never meant to be club orientated or the standard of if you're a good rapper based off that. That's not the standard. And I think sometimes we get away from that by trying to prove that we're the most popular. It's one thing to be the most popular rapper. That does not mean you're the most skilled rapper. You can be the most popular and be garbage. Yeah, I said it. All right. So that's really all I got invested in that beef or that conversation. I think Melly Mel was just barking up the wrong tree. I think he should be trying to do bigger and better things than fuck with Eminem. And I respect him for taking the high road for so long before he decided to say something. And, he did what he do. It's hot. Really much nothing else for today's show. I appreciate all the love I've been getting. Thank you very much. For you who are new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And those old fans, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the thumbs up button. Damn. Help me get in the algorithm, son. Help me get in the algorithm. Try to get some love. And if you got some critiques, hit your boy with them. All right. I have been Simon Phoenix. This has been Shots Fired Sunday Night Rant for Third Rail. Holla at your boy. I'm gone.